Donald Trump sends his stormtroopers into Washington, D.C., says he's going to federalize law enforcement in Washington, D.C., says he's going to fire the chief of police and let some clown take over, some toady for Donald Trump. Except they sue him over this. They go to court, and the judge says, bullshit, you ain't doing that. So now the Trump administration has had to back down. Pam Bondi has to back down a little bit. And they said, okay, well, we'll work in coordination with the chief of police there. See, this is what happens when Donald Trump just doesn't think about what he's doing. He decides he can do whatever he wants. He does that, but then there's some pushback. And this is something you're going to see more of. Donald Trump keeps losing these little contests because he doesn't think about what he's doing. So while we do have a military presence in Washington, D.C., at the very least, Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, and all the other dipshits won't be able to take over the police department, won't be able to fire the chief of police. This is the start of things to come. Things are starting to fall apart for Donald Trump. Things aren't working out the way he wants. He thinks he can just bull his way through everything. And that's not the case anymore. People are pushing back, and they're winning. We still have problems in Washington, D.C., and the protests need to continue, and the pushback needs to continue. But we need to do this at every turn. Part of the problem we've had up to this point is Democrats and other people have just said, well, I don't like what he's doing, but what can I do? You can do whatever the fuck you can do. You got to make sure that you're doing it to get some pushback on Donald Trump. So I was glad to see what's going on in D.C., but let's keep that energy up.